Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. We're here with Game 3 of Week
Game 3
4.
of the day.
I believe you just saw quite an interesting match. I watched a little bit of it. Game 1 got a little close. I think it went 3-1. Game 2 was a 3-0 sweep. So that one was a little maybe less interesting, but still some very good gameplay from all those players. Congratulations to them for winning. He's still just waving.
My arm is starting to get a little tired, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
I've been waving for a full minute now. Hi everyone.
What do we got for today? What do we got for Game 3, Galaxia?
We got a Battle of Orange. We got Longhorn Gaming. We love Longhorn Gaming. UT Austin taking on Oregon State Esports at OSU.
Not Oklahoma State, as many of you may have been led to believe.
Not Ohio State.
Not any of the other OSU. This is the glorious and fashionable Oregon State.
Yeah.
But
take us through the rosters. What do we got?
Take us through rosters? You know, I was looking at it. OSU, we I believe it might actually be one of their subs. We've got Scrat368 subbing in for if I can remember all of their names. For Holy. But as the other two, you've probably seen them before. Names AH and Peanut Enjoyer for Esports at OSU. And then on the other half of the lobby, we got Maple Leaf, a big name in CCL, Mr. Flambeau, and Nicki Minalin. I'm going to call you Nicki.
I would have just gone with, like Nicki Minaj the entire time, but yeah.
Yo,
very
Nicki Minaj just hit a crazy goal.
Nicki Minaj, crazy OS player, notorious, most famous thing Nicki Minaj has ever done is play OS.
Played CCL OS.
But yeah, I'm interested. These two teams, both of them sitting at 2-1, looking to get just ever closer to punching a ticket for playoffs. Need 5 wins for that. So win number 3 is going to go a long way. It's also going to help determine a lot of week 4. I kind of feel like is a make it or break it kind of week.
Yeah, it definitely is. But let's get in. Let's see what these teams are looking to play. We got bans, we got picks, we got leftovers. Map 1 is Atlas, or no, not Atlas. I lied. First map is Goo. Good old Goo. Just changed. I love it because I'm a goalie. Everybody else hates it. Or Galaxia hates it because he's a forward and can't troll.
I hate it.
It's fine. Just because there aren't 4 portals on the map that you have to pay attention to at all times does not make it a bad map.
Onto a map that is unchanged, but we're very happy that it's back, at least I am. Atlas Labs, the pick from Longhorn Gaming.
I actually played a little Atlas earlier today.
I'm a big Atlas fan. I like to see that it's back because it gives me a sense of Season 1 again. And then finally, we had a long conversation about this here in the non-existent booth pregame about Demon Days as the leftover map.
I can't imagine that there is a map that you get to the last 2. You're the A team. You get final pick of the band between 2 maps, and instead of picking Tycho, Oni, Knight, or Amy, you pick Demon Days. Like what got left over with Demon that you're like, yeah, that's the better of 2 evils.
I don't get, unless you're going against unless someone is playing 3 Rasmuses against you, it's between this and Oni. Or this and
I
Imes,
can't imagine.
I might still take Imes.
Yeah, that's true. I would take 3 Rasmus Imes over Demon Days.
Ugh.
Whatever.
Absolutely interesting map pick. Hopefully we don't have to get there. Hopefully we never have to get there.
You know, I hope that we get to see a Game 3. I just wish it wasn't on Demon Days. So, we'll see what's happening. We're going to go into queue here. Once again, we got Longhorn Gaming versus Esports at OSU, Oregon State University. And I don't know. Let's just get into it, Galaxia. Let's have a grand old time.
Go ahead and get this started. Gates of Obscura. Oh, excuse me. I woke up super early. I woke up at 1 p.m. All right.
Oh, rapid fire rune.
Hmong Titans rapid fire opening awakenings. I mean, who doesn't appreciate having that extra cooldown? It's just going to be how much does someone value their primary a little bit less? There's the rune ban.
No more rapid fire rune.
Yeah, we have a loon ban on the other side.
Get to the small child out of my face. I don't want to be nuclear blasted like it's Chernobyl.
Yeah.
But, Rasmus, Asher, and then,
Vice Estelle.
Vice Estelle.
Zentaro Asher.
Looking at a couple Asher goalies, I'm thinking. I do actually like, Longhorn's comp here. Very, very, very angry, very aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, it's just going to be a lot of... I think this one... I really like the Vice pick here, just because Vice's abilities to just get everywhere, stack stupid amounts of damage, very, very friendly to how Omega Strikers is currently being played. Just that ability to stun, especially if given the proper awakenings. Speaking of those awakening drafts, everyone except for Scrat ended up taking rapid fire. Scrat did end up settling on Among Titans to give teammates extra size in exchange for that speed.
You can see Asher very large, very big Asher.
Big Asher, especially with power up holds. It doesn't matter. That's a death already.
Big follow through the portal and
just catching it off of that Rasmus hook. Scrat's not able to get there in time.
I haven't seen a lot of Vice players do that actually. Maybe it's just because, you know, I'm in low elo. But the early Vice secondary is new to me.
I'm a big fan of early Vice secondary. Back when I actually played Vice, just because I liked to stretch it a little further, see if I could catch someone approaching, so I could also stun them with it, so like guarantee that I get it past them.
It's like primary with a little more perk.
Yeah. Primary, but I also get to go there.
Yeah. Man, both of these teams are just kind of having a nice little strike battle.
Yeah. Moving around and then core flip, and that's the end of it. That's that goal. Longhorn Gaming.
Longhorn Gaming, showing their pride, showing their skill.
That's the way it is. If you're not going to show pride for your school when you score a goal, who is, you know?
Not the other team.
Probably not the other team.
Can you imagine OSU just starts dropping Longhorn Gaming? I might have to start doing that.
Yeah, pull the logo of the opposing team the week before you play them.
I mean, I think they're all available.
They are. You just have to enter them into the shop.
For the most part. That is tough from the Vice ultimate, not
from Peanut Enjoyer to get that open. Avoiding the Vice ult, avoiding the Asher dash. Okay.
Oh, not quite hitting
not quite. The backwards redirect into the portal, get Peanut Enjoyer in that corner with Maple Leaf again.
Maple Leaf is just kind of running these ones right now with Peanut Enjoyer.
Yeah.
Oh, Nikki almost getting taken out by Asher primary there. Is 1 HP.
Right, right now this, wow. Yeah, I think that was OSU trying to pick out which one they wanted to kill. They both had Mr. Flambeau and Nikki on super low health, and they decided to go for the Zentaro, which caused them a lot of problems. But they're not going to get anything off of it. They're going to get off of, as it feels like is tradition in this game, you get the thing you want after your teammate, or after the opposing teammate comes back.
That was almost a disgusting misdirection. Redirection from Nikki to the portal. But, I mean, Names has just got locked down right now.
Ooh,
great angle from Scratch.
High corner.
Last... I don't know if I'm allowed to. Let's fucking go! I love Dubu.
I love Dubu. That emote is actually where I got, like early OS, I dropped all of my affinity tokens into Dubu to get that emote.
One of my fellow necromancers, Blingo, actually tried to do it with 15 and needed one more, and he couldn't get it. He was like, all right, guess I'll die.
And it was like before they have the daily quest that would give you an affinity token every day too.
Yeah. Bro is grinding for this single emote that'll change his life.
This single emote that I no longer have in my emote wheel. Alright, core flip in the corner, gonna get Names to waste theirs, but finally gonna get that one open. Pushing again in the corner, this Zentaro pressure is insane.
And then Flambeau just kind of, hey, you have primary. What if I just hit it to you? And then you stun everything around you in a 2-mile radius.
They clink drinks together. Alright, first draft. Heavy impact. I mean, who here wouldn't like heavy impact?
On Zentaro, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Spark of leadership showing up, but obviously no. I mean, it could be a big pick if they're looking for for the end game here. Yep, it's gonna get pulled because
Maple's gonna grab it.
There aren't any in this draft, so if this does end up going for a little while, could see some sparks getting stolen. Could see some sparks going into the hands of Maple Leaf here.
Yep. Now we got some lo-fi beats to kill your enemies and strike the core too. Alright, here we are up in the top corner. Name's a little bit out of position, but able to jump up there just to support Peanut Enjoyer. I'm intrigued by some of the positioning decisions by both these teams, because both of them seem to be taking kind of different approaches to positioning when they have advantage. It seems to be a lot more where Longhorn seems to take the standard position. All right, was that Peanut scores that goal? As Longhorn likes to stuff both forwards in the same corner, whereas it almost feels like when OSU has the advantage, that they like to have someone kind of sitting on the outside just in case something bounces away wrong. Good passes up the middle by Longhorn, trying to get that back in that corner. They're going to get one barrier. Core flip just to try and save the second one, but it's not going to matter.
Hook not going to get anything out of it. That is unfortunate. That is great defense from Maple.
Yeah.
Yeah, now even Maple's taking a little bit of an aggressive stance, not having to worry too much about the ball being in their back line. Able to push up, get some flips off. Oh my goodness, fantastic. Visol not gonna do anything. Finally, they're gonna get a barrier open.
Yeah.
Scrat almost able to TP into the second.
Try and break through there. Not gonna find it. Go through the portal.
Not quite. Asher Primary able to stop it. Oh, Fire gets the second one open.
Snipe's not gonna quite find it. Peanut Enjoyer not gonna get the angle.
Oh!
Scrat's gonna get it in with the teleport though.
Great TP from Scrat. I am loving Scrat's teleport usage on Estelle in this entire game. Using it in those corners, forcing Maple to kind of like forcing the ball past Maple before they can get to it. It's just fantastic.
All right,
now
Scrat's gonna get both of them open off that one. Gonna try and work it through the portal, see if they can get around Mr. Flambeau's Oh, not quite gonna find it. Corfle's gonna
Big
get blocked by the
full
Astro
dumping.
Shield. Yeah. Peanut and
What
Jordan
an
gonna try and
angle.
sneak
Oh,
it in the
big dash.
corner.
And that's almost gone. Does get taken out.
There he goes. Scrat and Names Age just trying to play defense here for a second. Scrat's gonna be able to take this one up for a little bit. Drop back. Peanut Enjoyer is gonna be there now to help out on the back end.
Oh, that's a beautiful dash from Maple avoiding the stun.
Yeah. He'll get that one out, but immediately that pass through the portal is gonna put them back in almost the same position. Names Age also looking super frail right now.
There we go. Finally getting one open, and
Ooh, that's gonna be a second one.
I thought Scrat saved up for a second. I was
Yeah.
MVP calling it.
Oh, ooh,
Almost
wow.
like that.
Yeah, Enjoyer really just went for it all there.
Pendulum, and that pendulum
Pendulum
looked
swinging
will
overtime. Pendulum swinging overtime, man.
hit. Hey, if you're Longhorn, you hate to see it. If you're OSU, you love to see it.
Love to see it because now there's another set, and that
We
not only
could
Peanut Enjoyer getting first pick, potentially a chrono boost, a twin drive, a quick
Actually
strike,
gonna steal
spark
Spark.
of agility. Yeah,
I don't hate that pick. Stealing Spark of Agility off rip is not a bad pick.
yeah, especially with Maple next up. If Maple's a little further down, obviously I don't think that would have been
No,
the pick, but
Exactly, yeah, for sure. Chrono,
yeah,
nice.
chrono boost, hot shot.
Hot shot does get taken by Vice.
Mhm.
Ultimate, that ball gets in ultimate, could be massive.
Yeah. Alright, primary to try and knock that one through already. Longhorn stacking a lot of pressure, gets one barrier open. But immediately OSU's gonna get one of their own.
Oh, Nikki gonna stun for the second barrier. Great play from them. What an angle.
Oh, wow. Sneaking that one through the back.
Both of these teams are playing out. It's so weird because like so much is happening, but it feels so slow. You know, it's a fantastic passing, a lot of portal usage, a lot of damage being dealt, but it all feels like it's happening just like one at a time. Like you can just see each individual strike being made.
Yeah. Everything's done super like with a huge sense of purpose here. It's going right back through, and then now Mr. Flambo's gonna knock that one down, try and see if they can get that bottom one open. Peanut Enjoyer, super frail in the center of the map. Ooh, with that
Not
one,
able to grab anything.
Not gonna get the orb,
Big
gonna
primary.
die, but Nikki did waste the core flip. Now would have killed without that. The insurance is gonna cost a little bit of resource.
Nikki's just battling in the back
Oh,
line.
and there
Does
goes a
finally
goalie.
find the kill, but
Yeah,
Scrap
at
finds
the
second
cost
barrier.
of their own goal. So it's how much can these forwards stall out in the meantime? They
Nice
lose
one.
one barrier, but I think all things considered, you're fine with that.
White finding the second.
Ooh.
Oh, barely missing that pendulum.
He's gonna
Through
come
the
flying back
portal.
through the portal.
Everybody's sticking with portals right now. Who
Absolutely.
overtime?
Wow,
Vice
alright.
hot shot is coming through. Big dash from Maple.
Good block from Names there, going back through the portal again. Peanut's gonna pull it.
Oh,
Pendulum swing to finish.
does actually get the stun off. That's big. 1-1 in set 3. This is an intense game.
Yeah.
We're on the first map.
Goes through that portal immediately already, though. Nikki's going to try and put a lot of pressure there in that corner. Longhorn's going to misfire backwards.
Maple's
that
there.
portal.
Maple's the goat. Oh, there
Got
you
it.
go. There he goes.
Yeah, there goes Nikki. Trying get that one out of that corner. It's gonna lead to an open. Gonna miss the Asher shield. Lose a barrier for it. Lose the second one.
Off the stun.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. A light tap in there by Peanut. Just gotta sneak its way past Maple.
This is just solid, like, fundamental gameplay from all 6 of these players.
Yeah.
Great util usage. Even, I mean, barriers are going down, but they're finding them right back on the opposing team. Nothing is not being traded. I think both goals have been open for every single goal so far.
Yeah. Interesting to watch Scrat just kind of jump back and forth in between the portals to make sure they don't die.
Big Ash roll saving that
still
core.
Just being able to rely on Peanut to be able to apply enough pressure by himself. A little miscommunication on the portal switch.
Oh, and that
Stealth Special is going to be able to get that one through, yeah.
we've got a potential for another Spark Steel here. Oh, still 2 actually showing up this time. But but Maple's a little farther down, but I don't think any of these players are too interested in these Sparks right now.
Aim's gonna go recovery drone, that makes sense, dying once or twice. Gonna be able to get Spark of Strength to spread that one onto the other teammates who have kinda dropped a little bit off in terms of their kill count.
Yeah, but I mean, Spark of Strength spreading to teammate and Nikki also grabbing Heavy Impact, or Built Different there. Along with Heavy Impact and 1-2. Their damage is going to be hitting really hard now.
Absolutely. Already just a big skirmish, try and find the first gold barrier to drop here.
Oh, Peanut not able, finds the perfect angle to not break the barrier, but to skim slightly by it.
Yeah.
You hate to see it. I mean, even with that increased power, the heavier impacts, all 3 of the OSU players are full HP, and one of the Longhorn players are gone.
Is down. Honestly, I think the biggest note there is that it seems like OSU is a lot more liberal in the usage of their elusives. I haven't seen a lot of elusives out of Longhorn, whereas OSU, any single time that they have, like even there, the Centauro special, okay, then they just get shredded and destroy my point. My favorite part of being a commentator. Wow. All right,
and that is tough. Because that's also that is recovery drone gone round, or yeah, .1 of this set.
Yeah.
So now names no more recovery drone for a potential 4 more points, and Nikki still having the ability to kill just as quickly.
Yeah. And already trying to lay into names again and getting a kill on a goalie with Powerhouse Pauldrons. And
20% damage reduction, not enough.
No. Odyssey,
but Peanut is shoving
we need to have a talk. Odyssey, we gotta talk.
Is it worth using if all the Centauro has to do is get 3 abilities? Oh, great core flip.
All right, yeah, great core flip from Peanut. Nikki wasn't able to catch it. Maple wasn't able to get there in time, and then just that's a goal for OSU. Wow, already there goes Peanut now. Core flip, not going to actually get the open. Wow. And then another core flip. That one's going to get stuffed by the Asher.
good pendulum
wow.
swing, gets the goal open.
Yeah. Everything Maple could have done there, but not enough. That's going to get forced back through. Flambo's going to be able to get there to catch that. He's going to come flying back through. Ooh, not a great angle there.
Oh!
But Vice Primary is going to proc the hot shot and get that one through.
That's tough. Names was like right there. Strike just maybe a little bit too early. Potentially could have had that on the final like split second like before going in. But Nicky's just in there immediately.
Yeah, Nicky's been able to keep up a lot of really good pressure.
What an angle!
Wow.
Oh my goodness! Maple.
The perfect angle to not be able to catch that.
I don't know if it's luck or if this is scripted.
Oh, wow, that was so unfortunate.
I feel like I just watched a child do an outline. You know, like the number, like where there's dots with numbers and you have to draw from number to number. I feel like that's what the core just did to these barriers. That was insane.
Right time for Nicky.
Stealing
That's
sparks.
Peanut getting a second spark though. Peanut has, in stealing sparks, gotten a spark build of their own.
That is true. Gonna have crazy cooldown. Gonna have a lot of speed. Fighter flight.
Witch creation, and that's gonna go to cast to last.
And Names are just doing everything in their power to not die. Takes fighter flight.
Yeah, it's what you gotta do at this point. That was just such a brutal last round in terms of the amount of kills that a goalie had to suffer.
It's one.
Because then even this, like, just all Nicky has to do is just keep up the pressure while Mr. Flambo plays forward.
Scrag gonna find the angles.
Yeah.
That goes open and it just sneaks it in.
That's the other problem, is that you don't have the second forward to try and interrupt passing lanes like you would.
Yeah, and honestly, Names is doing a good job of not dying just long enough to let their forwards do all the work.
Yeah. Especially now having, excuse me, 2 bars worth of elusive saved up from that start, alongside still maintaining the recovery drone.
The proc going back in by a second.
A brutal
what
angle.
What an angle.
Good dash to knock that out of the core flip. Enjoyer gonna try and find something there, not gonna get it. There's the recovery drone burn, and then there's a death because it doesn't bring you back to enough health, and no one's gonna be able to get there.
Maple Leaf is thinking with portals, baby. 1-1, final set. This has been a intense game from all 6 of these players. A lot of kills coming through after Nicky was able to find that build different.
Yeah. They're just keeping it stuck back in there in the corner for a little bit. Mr. Flambo's gonna try and get that one out. They're gonna get stuffed by Peanut Enjoyer. Gonna miss the rebound strike. Get it back through the portal though. The pressure, try keep that up, and that's an open.
Has flip, but their goalie is dead.
Yep, and that's a goal open. Scrat has to drop back here, as is Peanut Enjoyer, and they both fall down low, and they're not gonna be able to interrupt that.
Not able to cover the angles. And now, Longhorn on game point here.
Yeah, Longhorn, one more goal. They can wrap up this game 1. Flambo's gonna try and get that one through. Knocked back through the portal. Peanut Enjoyer gonna try and get the rebound. Now he's super low.
Not quite gonna get the dash. He's finally going. That's gonna be both barriers too.
And both barriers down.
Oh, but Nicky used the core flip.
A little too early, but they're gonna get the redirect there, and that's the game. Game 1, Longhorn.
All the way to set number 5. on Gates of Obscura. What a showdown from these players. On the stats.
Taking a look at the stats here. I mean, big differentiating factor you can see right off the bat. 12 KOs for Longhorn Gaming versus 3 for Oregon State.
Yeah, I mean, 72.
And just the amount of damage that Mr. Flambeau and Nikki were able to stack.
Yeah, it's 9 KOs, and I mean, I think a lot of those KOs on Nikki came in the last 2 sets. After grabbing Built Different, we were seeing way more KOs, especially onto names who did in fact have Recovery Drone, but it still wasn't enough. Recovery Drone bringing you back at very little HP. Nikki just following up. Oh, you're back? Well, what if you're not back?
Yeah. All right. So that first one.
Yeah, so that's game 1. Maple Leaf getting a couple goals there. Think with portals. I'd love to see it. I think that first one was actually a core flip from like midfield. It just found its way in. You love goalie goals.
Maple letting redirects. I think that was a big thing. Also, it kind of is going to go under the radar when you look at the end of that. Redirects aren't the sexiest stat, but they are a very important one. Just the ability to get a lot of those tight corners. Maple was able to get one. Like I said, one player only really needed to drop back for Longhorn to be able to break that one out.
Yeah, no, that was honestly that felt like one of the most like prominent pieces of this matchup. Maple Leaf, you almost always saw win that top left corner against Peanut Enjoyer. I guess it was top left for me. I'm not entirely sure who was on which side for you guys, but winning that top or bottom side against Peanut, almost like probably 70% of the time they're able to get that core out of that corner and back onto the push, allowed the Longhorn team to just continue their aggressive playstyle and allowed Nikki to actually sit in that forward position and let Mr. Flambeau get the core back into the side of OSU.
Absolutely. I think Longhorn played that really well. I think Oregon State played that really well. They just have a little bit of cleanup to do, especially in their draft, I would say. I think letting Zentaro get all that was definitely the downfall of that set.
Yeah. I mean, the first two, you get heavy impact I can't think of what it's called. The punching.
1-2.
1-2.
All right, here we are jumping into game 2. Demolitionist, Deadeye. I'm expecting to see a lot of Demolitionist here, just because I don't really, outside of Estelle, and I guess Vice if you really want to.
I could see a Vice Deadeye coming through because it's
also
the
stunned. Asher ban.
Interesting.
Wow.
Banning out their own player as well.
Yeah, I guess they settled on, the Asher is too big of a problem, cannot get past it.
Dubu.
That allows Mr. Flava to go back to Rune, though.
Dubu Rune! The prophecy has been foretold.
The prophecy. Oh my god, they're gonna kiss.
Alpha Red Ludwig kissing? Wait.
Oh my god.
Rasmus, Atlas, Dracar. Just a great comp. Atlas
is like a
switch
phenomenal for everyone playing, with the exception of Peanut. Everyone's on a new character now.
I mean, Atlas is absolutely fantastic on his own map, though. The defensive wise is dominant.
Yeah, it's like these barriers were just like entirely built for him.
Like, hey, what if we made an ability that just covers?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, there goes both of them. And then there's a burn of the... Ooh, wow, already Nikki's not missing a beat and just trying to look for any kill possible. And the goal.
I mean, Nikki is just a bully. Just like the last 2 characters, Zentaro, focus on kill. Kazan, focus even more on kill because all of your abilities are annoying.
Yeah, focus on kill, focus on insane disruption. Kazan's ability to disrupt the flow of the game, like, that's a misinput roll. We've all had those.
There's a misinput. You calm the fuck down.
And then, just to check in, not a single person took Deadeye.
Oh yeah.
Everyone took Demolitionist.
Actually, kind of interesting.
Interesting
I don't know,
choice. I mean, I guess I get it. I don't think Drakar's shots get far enough in terms of range. If I remember right, there was, I think, because we were curious at the start of this game already. Wow, Nikki with a kill. What else is new? I think at the start of the game, I remember people wondering, what does 600 range on Deadeye mean? And we were given the very useful measurement of 6 Dubus.
Was that actually what it was?
If I remember right,
So,
that's what it was. It was 6
Dubu is 100
Dubus.
units wide. That's so
100
funny.
units.
Is that including his arms or just his belly?
Don't remember.
I've always, yeah, that's like the one thing where it's like, if you're new to this game, units of measurement are like nowhere to be found. They're
Yeah,
just like, yeah, they exist.
A grid in like the practice menu or anything. 3 core flips up for Longhorn, by the way.
The economy is booming.
Yeah, there's the first one. Not gonna quite get the open. And then immediately Nicky's gonna get a little bit shredded in terms of health for it, but second core flip to try and break it out is going to work with a little help from Nicky.
Oh, great. Wow, that... So that roll was
Advantage,
just
and then there's the third core flip to kill. So they were able to burn all 3 core flips from Longhorn without losing a barrier at least. Obviously, well, there goes
and
that
they lose
commentator
the barrier
curse.
to not a core flip. You love to see it. It was like, fine, it's okay, didn't want it, didn't need it. Still up 1 in overtime.
My favorite part of being a commentator is when I just get to curse something.
Yep. Nikki doing Kazan things, hook into strike. Kazan having a bigger strike box than every other character in the game. You love to see it.
Yeah, just the bigger hitbox relative to the size. Obviously, like, I mean, it's interesting because it's like,
wow,
wow, that was such a nasty setup actually.
Baiting the downward side and just like, oh, peekaboo! I'm going up.
Yeah. All right, Nikki, first pick in draft.
Looking at maybe Knife's Edge, Prize Fighter. You got both
steal Stagger Swagger.
There.
Yep, you could steal Stagger Swagger.
That is mean, but I love it. Rune
Siege Machine.
I like, yeah, Siege Machine.
Mark Resilience.
Siege Machine Rune, very powerful, getting that 30% increased cast range. Those portals now being even more of a menace, basically casting them across the map.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I'm interested by this Knife's Edge pick out of Scrat on your card.
It feels like there wasn't some more kills this time.
Maybe, but it feels like there wasn't a lot of kills to be found anyways.
Yeah.
Black Hole's back. Immediately gone. Mostly to stack damage on Scrat. Ooh, and Nikki's also in a little bit of a rough situation, but they at least have Stagger Swagger to fall back on. Nikki's gonna overextend on that roll.
Oh, great save though.
Crazy save, yeah. It's gonna flip back around.
Oh, no. It's gonna miss in the strike.
Yeah, Scrat's gonna miss that. Not gonna be able to get back in time. Names isn't gonna be able to say that with shield either, and that's the first goal here for this one to Longhorn.
Yeah. And I mean, Knife's Edge kind of putting in some work, you know. Nikki almost 0 HP in that last round, so.
I mean, half of that was the black hole, but
hey, well, Scrat is putting in work.
Scrat's putting in work.
Oh my goodness. Maple has read Peanut's playbook after map 1. It is just letting the pendulum's hooks swing.
Yeah.
Has to use core flip there. Not much of a choice.
A lot of waiting. But immediately Longhorn's gonna try and put that back on the offense, and no one's gonna get back in time for that.
It's always unfortunate when your strike shot comes up the moment you have a free strike in front of you, and it uses it anyways.
Yeah.
And you're just stuck for the next 8 seconds with no way to save it from that
Such an
distance.
unfortunate set of bounces. Oh my god, and the kill into ending the set. Or ending that set.
That was disgusting.
Gosh, wow. Well, yeah, Longhorn just suddenly turned it on in the second half here.
And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, this was, yeah, Atlas was Longhorn's map, so they know the setup, they know how they want to play this, and it is definitely showing as we go into set 3, or we go into set 3 with a 2-0 lead, as opposed to the 1-1 we had in the last match.
And Nikki gets specialized off opening draft.
Oopsie daisies.
Check please. Alright, gonna try and force that one through there in the corner, just battling in between the donuts.
Oh, we're
There's an open already. And sneak around the room portal. Ooh. Longhorn's giving them a lot of pressure whenever they have that opportunity. That's the first time I've really seen OSU be able to break it through in this game. But this battle just seems to never end. Longhorn just has so much offensive firepower.
Losing Scratha for a moment. Oh,
wow. Oh, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Kazan can cover more space than your goalie can.
Kazan hook into strike.
Kazan covers more space than your goalie can, I'm sorry.
Is it the... I don't think it's as cringe as Dash Punch, but it is definitely up there.
I think it's up there. I think it's definitely up there. Alright.
I mean, both of these...
also look at the health that both forwards on OSU have right now. They're able to recover that, and they're not going to be able to find any kills currently. That's one barrier open. Looking for the second one. Gonna try and work it around. Misses the core flip.
What an angle. And I mean, Nikki is just rolling right now. So much damage, just pure core control. Even in a 1v3, still able to get the goal.
And it really just doesn't matter how much offensive pressure that OSU gets in those small moments where they have openings. Because even if they've lost barriers like that before, they've lost both barriers like that before. A lot of the time, it just feels like there's too much offense for OSU to be able to recover when Longhorn gets going.
It's also tough. I mean, Maple has beaten Peanut on every single strike battle so far in this game. So, Iron Wall Dubu.
Yeah. Very bend, don't break. Like, you're okay losing a couple of those barriers. Yeah. You're okay having an open goal because you know that you're not going to let them score on you. You're allowing yourself to a lot more flexibility on offense, being able to go out a little further from the goal, just because you know that your forwards are able to handle their business for one, and for another, that you're able to really get those saves when you really need them. Core flip.
Oh my!
Wow, that's the game. That's the set.
Both forwards, both of OSU forwards are basically at half, leaving names to their self. Wow.
And
whether it's bad positioning or just better playing.
Yeah,
Longhorn
game from Nikki.
Just absolutely laid into him.
Absolutely. Oh, Maple. Wow, Maple only had to make 23 saves that whole game.
Yeah. With letting one singular goal through.
Yeah, that last game was a download.
Yeah. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, was Peanut's goal the first one of the match?
I believe
with that pendulum swing stun?
I believe it was.
First or second?
Someone fact check me.
You can lay into me if I'm wrong. First or second goal, though, they did not let a single goal through for basically 3 sets, except for that very first one. They said they let that first one go through and said, nah, not another. We lock in.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just a game. There's not much you can say about that. Nikki only has to make 2 KOs as well. 14k damage with 2 KOs, but it's just enough to make the OSU players sweat and make them make mistakes. And that's all it took.
Welcome back to us. That was a really good set. Longhorn absolutely turned it up at the end there. It's why they were. A lot of people had this team doing a lot of really good things, but it's not something to beat yourself up over for OSU. They played incredibly well, especially in that first game.
I'd say every single goal went very close to, if not into overtime. It was just Longhorn Gaming that would come out on top. I mean, the goals were getting opened, the barriers were getting broken. It's just that finalizing the goal, Maple Leaf just being a brick wall in game 1, and then obviously Nikki and Mr. Flambeau just taking it to him in game 2. It was a showing for Longhorn Gaming, to say the least.
Absolutely. And my mom might kill me for saying this, and Dylan Surplus might kill me for saying this. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, it's
Hey.
fine. It's not like Texas Tech lost in basketball to Texas yesterday despite being ranked.
Now we brought it up. Now it's a problem.
I had to say it. GCU lost 2 straight in basketball. I can't be the only one suffering.
You can't be the only one fuming.
I can't
Surplus
be the only one coping right now.
Surplus has just had a bucket of water thrown on his witch body. Oh my goodness.
He's not gonna want to come back to Phoenix for a long while after this.
I don't know. Surplus, you got anything else for us?
All
right. You just watched an amazing matchup between Longhorn Gaming and OSU, and if you've been here since the beginning of the stream, I hope you enjoyed the previous 2 games just as much as you enjoyed this one. But it all comes down to this. I, once again, have been Narwhal.
I've been Galaxia.
And we will see you guys in week 5.